Hello and welcome to Auten Math. In this edition of Auten Math, we're going to have some fun writing equations of lines. We're going to do some practice. Okay, we got 4 problems for you. Number 1, we're going to write an equation of a line that has a given slope and a y-intercept. Well, this looks like a candidate for the slope-intercept form. Very simply, y is equal to mx plus b. Y is equal to mx plus b. Gives us y is equal to 7x plus 0. And we don't state the 0. So our answer is y is equal to 7x. That's it. Second, we're going to write an equation of a line that passes through the given point and has a slope. So this is a candidate for the point slope form. So let me get my blue pen out here. Point slope form. And the point slope form is y minus y1 is equal to the slope times x minus x1, where x and y are just x and y. And x1 and y1 are the coordinates for a point. So I have y minus 5. Y minus 5 is equal to the slope, negative 2, times x minus 3. So I distribute the 2, and I get y minus 5 is equal to negative 2x plus 6. I add 5 to both sides. I get y is equal to negative 2x plus 11, and that's the answer to number 2. Okay, write an equation of a line number 3 that passes through the given points. Now in this case, we're going to have to find the slope between the 2 points, and then we're going to use the point slope form. All right, so I've got 4, 0, 8, negative 2. So we'll start with this point first and then subtract this point. And again, remember, you can't mix and match ones and twos. If I say this is point 1, then I always have to start with point 1 and subtract both the x and y coordinates from point 1. Okay, so I've got negative 2 minus 0 over 8 minus 4, which leaves me with negative 2 over 4, which leaves me with negative 1/2. So I have a slope of negative 1/2. Now I'm going to rewrite this using, as an equation, linear equation, using my point slope form. So I have y, and I'm going to use the 0.40 because it's easier when you have a 0. It just makes it more simple because you don't have to do much distributing on the right hand side. So we'll work that out. So on the left hand side, y minus 0 is equal to the slope, negative 1/2, times x minus 4. So I end up with y is equal to negative 1/2 x plus 2. And that's my answer. Now y is equal to negative 1/2 x plus 2. Now I'm just going to erase this to give me more space for my last problem. Okay. My last problem says I've got 2 points and I want to graph an equation for the line. Well, I've got the x-intercept, but I don't have the y-intercept. So I have 2 points. And I think what I'm going to do in that case, since I don't have the y-intercept, is use a point slope form. Typically, if you have the y-intercept, you're going to use the slope-intercept form. But if you don't, then you're going to use the point slope form. So negative 1, 0, and 1, 4 are my 2 coordinates. I'm going to find the slope between those 2 points, 4 minus 0. So I'm taking this point first and then subtracting the coordinates in this point. 4 minus 0 over 1 minus minus 1. Gives me 4 over 2, which gives me my slope of 2. I take the point that has a 0 in it. I get y minus 0. So I have negative 1, 0. So y minus y1 in this case, y1 is 0, is equal to the slope, 2, times x minus a minus 1, or x plus 1. And that gives me y is equal to 2x plus 2. And there is my answer. I started in point slope form. I figured out what the slope was, and then I rewrote it in terms of y, or in the slope intercept form.